Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Rahul and I'm from class E. In this video, I will tell you guys what is past perfect tense. So here we go. So first of all, there are several things that I will discuss in this material. And the first is the definition of past perfect tense. So the past perfect tense describes a complete activity in the past. It is used to emphasize that an action was complete before another action took place. And for example, Alex had baked a cake before you arrived. And another example is they had painted the house before I had a chance to speak to them. There are several forms of past perfect tense. To be precise, there are three forms, namely forming the past perfect tense in general and forming the past participle with the regular verbs and also with irregular verbs. And we will discuss the first form, namely forming of past perfect tense in general. The past perfect tense in general is formed had plus past participle. And for example, I had jumped and I had meet. And we will continue to the left, which is forming of the past perfect tense using irregular verbs. And if it's an irregular verbs, the past participle is formed in all sorts of different ways. Here are some examples. Arise, to arisen, catch, to caught, choose, to chosen, and know, to known. Now we will move on to forming of the past perfect tense using regular verbs. And if it's a regular verbs, the past participle is the same as the simple past tense. In other words, it is formed like this: add, ad to most verb, and you can see the example above. And if a verb of one syllable ends by consonant or vowel consonant, double the final consonant and add ad. But if the final consonant is w, x or y, don't double it. But if the last syllable of a longer verb is stressed and ends by consonant or vowel consonant, double the last consonant and add ad. And if the first syllable of the longer verb is stressed and the verb ends by consonant or vowel consonant, use add ad. And if the verb ends by e, use add d. If the verb ends by consonant plus y, change the y to an a and add ad. You can see all of the example above. After discussing the forms of the past perfect tense, there are a few more things that I will convey, namely the negative version and the question version. First, let's talk about the negative version of the past perfect tense. If you need the negative version, you can use the following construction above. That is, had not plus past participle, and you can see the example in my presentation above. But remember that had not is sometimes written as the contraction hadn't. And let's talk about the question version of the past perfect tense. And if you need to ask question, you can use the following words order for a yes or no question. You will use had plus subject plus participle in this version, and you can see the example above. But don't forget that in speech and writing, especially in formal writing, you will encounter in the following contractions like the example above. And also for the negative version, you will commonly see hadn't instead of had not. Maybe this is all I can convey to all of you. this past perfect tense is a tense that is always used in everyday situation, so it's good for us to learn the past perfect tense from now on. I'm Rahul Raffi, said goodbye and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.